This is The Joe Gaither Show on BamaCentral.com.
Good morning, Tuscaloosa. Good morning, Tuscaloosa. Internet world, West Alabama. How we doing today on a Monday? A Victory Monday right here on the Joe Gaither Show, BamaCentral, BamaCentral.com. Hope you and yours are doing well. We are live on the BamaCentral YouTube channel, BamaCentral Facebook page. You can find us right there. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Amazon, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. It's the Joe Gaither Show on BamaCentral. We're live in the Derek Daniels State Farm Studios on a Monday, ready to talk about Alabama's 34-24 win over the Oklahoma Sooners. A huge comeback out in Norman. I was out there, so I'm ready to talk about everything that we heard, everything that we saw, and everything that we experienced right there in Gaylord Family Memorial Stadium. We cannot wait to talk about the comeback with you, and we cannot wait to talk about it with our friend, right there, with our friend Hunter Brantley. You can follow Hunter Brantley, Hunter Brantley 8. Joins us every now and then. Joined us last Monday if you want to hear him set up the playoff game. He talked about his takes for this coming game. Well, now we will recap it. You can also see Hunter Brantley and all his work on WVOA 23 right there from the university. Our man Barry Nummy going in and giving us the smiley faces. Good morning, Barry. Hope you're doing well. Hope you enjoyed the game. Barry, give us your comments on Alabama's victory, because that's what we're going to be talking about today. Looking forward to it. We want to tell you we're brought to you, of course, by Derek Daniels State Farm Insurance right here in Northport. Call him at 205-758-3391. Like a good neighbor, Derek Daniel is there for all of your home, life, auto insurance needs. You can call him right now for a free auto insurance quote, homeowners insurance quote. They can give you the information that you need to make sure that you have the best insurance and best coverage in the area. You need a local agent, somebody who knows where you live, somebody who knows what roads you're driving on, somebody who knows where to send your vehicle when you have some problems. Derek Daniel is that guy. So call him at 205-758-3391. We're also, of course, brought to you by Purple Turtle Roofing. We appreciate Dustin Foley and Brax Garrison coming on each and every week talking about Purple Turtle Roofing, making sure that all our roofs are ready for Santa this week. Merry Christmas week. Make sure you call Purple Turtle Roofing. Look, Santa's going to land on Thursday. You want to make sure that your roof is ready for that. But you also, look, after Santa takes off, I guess it is Wednesday night, Thursday morning, depends on when he gets to the Alabama area. After he takes off all those dozens of reindeer stomping on your roof, you want to make sure that your roof is still good to go. So call them 877-787-6635. They'll give you a free roof inspection, let you know what you got going on with if the reindeer damaged your roof. If you've got any leaks, they'll do a water test, and they'll make sure that your roof is good to go so you can have the peace of mind that you deserve in your home. Call them at 877-787-6635.
You also want to make sure before Christmas comes, you want to make sure that your roof is sturdy enough that it can hold Santa and his reindeer.
That's exactly right.
So if you go outside today and you're like, I don't know, I think Santa might fall through, you might want to give them a call, and they can give you, I'm sure, a free estimate or something like that.
Absolutely. They'll come check you out for free, let you know, hey, yep, you're ready to host the big man.
You're Santa proof.
That's right. That's exactly
you gotta
right.
Be Santa proof.
Absolutely.
Or it's no good.
Right.
No good.
Right. Man, what a day. Where do you want to start, Hunter? What part of this game do you want to start with? I guess the atmosphere was incredible. The atmosphere was absolutely off the chains, incredible out there in Norman. So we drove out there Thursday, and we played the Ryan Chapman interview that we pre-recorded on Thursday. As we were driving out there, we ended up doing a show from the hotel on Friday. I gave Mason Woods a chance to back off of his prediction another time. He didn't quite back off, but he did give Alabama a little more credit. But he still picked Oklahoma. Loser. Sorry,
Big
Mason.
loser.
Sorry, Mason.
21-13.
Mason's going to be out all week rewatching football. Actually, he's going to be out all week on a Christmas vacation with he and his wife. So he'll be back with us next week, so you guys can build up your voicemails to berate him with. 205-462-7340, extension 800. Barry Nummy says special teams. The special teams were incredible, really, this past weekend. I appreciate it. Good shout out there, Barry. I think you're exactly right. Remember on Friday and really through the week, I had been kind of throwing out that Connor Talty would outscore Tate Sandell. And
dude's been unreal.
Right.
I mean, second coming of Will Reichert, am I right? Had missed a kick since Eastern Illinois, 4 for 4.
You guys boo
Perfect
him.
Extra points.
All the students boo him. All the fans boo him. And he basically
took
says,
it personally,
right.
dude.
I guess he looked himself in the mirror.
Personally.
Looked himself in the mirror and said, yeah, I got to get better, and did, and nailed 2 field goals, nailed all his extra points, kicked very, very well. Like, the wind was crazy. It was really whipping up.
40-mile-per-hour gust of wind.
Yeah,
left and right,
pretty much.
East to west.
It was going. The flags on the stadium were basically blowing in the wind the entire night, and so just an incredible experience to be out there. We got there, midday early, and the fans were filled up the stadium an hour before kickoff. It was just on 10, and every
light show pregame during college game day, I bet, was electric.
Yeah, absolutely. It was laser show on the field. They had fireworks at different points during the game, and
did they have drones, or was that just Ole Miss?
Drones at halftime.
Okay. That's pretty sick then.
Drones at halftime, more lasers at halftime, trying to keep everybody into it. All the fans wearing, not all, most of the fans wearing Hard to Kill shirts. And so obviously the mantra right there. And I guess you got to give them credit. Oklahoma was hard to kill. They got up on you 17-0, but Alabama was harder to kill. You put them in a 17-0 hole, and Alabama just dug right out of it. So, yeah, let's just take it beat by beat there, because you fell into a 17-0 hole, and I think everybody and their mother, if you're being honest with yourself, thought, oh boy, we are picking up right where we left off with
Here we go.
right
on schedule
with the SEC championship game. So Hunter, just what was your thoughts on the first part of the game where Alabama, you go 3 and out 3 straight times, 9 plays, 12 yards, 9 plays, 12 yards, 3 punts on your first 3 drives. You give it up to Oklahoma. They go touchdown. They go punt, touchdown, field goal, touchdown, hitting you with some RPOs. Alabama's defense wasn't getting off the field on 3rd down. It was 8-play drive, 59 yards, 6-play drive, 13 yards, field goal, 8-play drive, 63 yards, touchdown, and basically sucking time off the clock. Their first 4 possessions went 4, 7, 10. Their first 4 possessions took you basically 14, 15 minutes off the clock, and you're sitting in a 17-0 hole.
Yeah, Joe, when Alabama got down 17-0, I thought that was it. I thought the game was over. I thought that they had just basically what you said. It was a rerun of the SEC championship game from an offensive standpoint. We couldn't move the ball. We couldn't get anything started at all. Everything that Grubb dialed up was useless, and it wasn't working. And it felt like, figuratively speaking, that Oklahoma had our head bashed against the wall of the deep end of a swimming pool, and they were drowning us, and they were also suffocating us at the same time. And then Alabama, they got up off the mat. They said, enough of this, enough's enough. They were fortunate to catch some breaks from Oklahoma special teams. I'm not sure what the punter was doing at all. I was perplexed when I saw that. He just dropped the ball, and I'm just like, thank you, Merry Christmas to you too. I appreciate it. So that helped a lot. And then obviously the drop passes, whatever. I mean, that stuff happens from time to time. I don't think that's as big of a deal as people make it out to be. Yes, he dropped an explosive play that would have kept that drive going, and that would have led to points for sure. But that stuff happens, and you can't really let that affect you. If you're Oklahoma, it is one drop, and you had been moving the ball at will all half, at that point, all game long. I think the punt's really the biggest thing, because Alabama set up shop at the Oklahoma 35, and were able to kick a field goal. Thank you, Connor Talty, for that. And then make it 17-10, come down. Oklahoma has the ball. I don't know what Mateer was doing on that interception. I'm not sure what he saw. He got confused, he said, after the game, and that's definitely what happened, because he just threw the ball right to Xavier Brown. There wasn't even a guy even in the vicinity of where he was throwing to. I think Deion Burks was the receiver that he was trying to quote-unquote throw to, and he took off on a go route, it looked like, and Xavier Brown read it like a book, picked him off, and the rest is history. And I call it the pick that turned the tide, no pun intended. That was a huge play in the game. And that really got Alabama started because you could just see the pendulum of momentum just swing from one end to the other, and Alabama had all of it, and they never relinquished it. They go on to outscore Oklahoma 34-7. I thought Womack made some great adjustments at halftime. He said, enough of zone. We're going to play cover zero for the most part. We're going to let Yonze Pierre, Keon Keeley, and Kelby Collins have a heyday rushing the passer, and they put pressure on Mateer, and he made a lot of mistakes. To Mateer's credit, he made some good throws that were pretty impressive. That touchdown to Burks in the fourth quarter.
Yes.
After 50 Cent did his thing. That was a good throw. I'll give him credit, tip his hat for that. But, yeah, when we got down 17-0, I was like, here we go. It's a rerun of the SEC championship game. This offense can't move the ball. It's lethargic. How about Ty Simpson on that 3rd and 10, throwing it up to Latsier Brooks? That was an insane play. That was phenomenal. And I feel like that's what sparked a little bit of the offense, because if you go 3 and out again for the 3rd straight time. Fourth straight time, and then you can't move the ball, hadn't been moving the ball at all. They get the ball back, down 17, they're up 17-0. I mean, it might be over right then and there. So credit to Latsier Brooks. He had a coming out party today, and that catch, just like the touchdown, is just as big. I mean, like I said, it flipped the script for Alabama's offense. It really did. And then that fourth down conversion, obviously, to get Alabama on the board was huge as well.
Yeah, no, that's a perfect place to start. Is right there with that drive in the pass to Latsier Brooks. That's the first down of the game, the entire game. You had gone 3 possessions, I said 12 yards. You're on your 4th possession, 1st and 10. Ty Simpson incomplete to Ryan Williams. Second and 10, short right to Latsier Brooks for 5 yards. So already you getting the ball in Lazier's hands right there. And then it's 3rd and 5, and it's Latsier Brooks on a flag route, and he made a great catch, honestly. Don't think the ball was great. I think the ball was kind of a little bit behind Lazier and kind of in between Lazier and the defender, and Lazier basically takes it from the defender, and it's 30 yards, and you finally got a first down. You're down 17-0. You haven't got a single first down, and you're like, well, how are we going to dig back into this? Well, 30-yarder, boom, sets you up right on the other side of the Oklahoma 50. You go incomplete to Josh Cuevas, then you go completion to Josh Cuevas, 23 yards. You work your way down, incomplete to Josh Cuevas again on first down. Second down, Jam Miller finally gets a carry, 4 yards. Ty Simpson complete short right to Jeremy for 4 yards, and it's 4th and 2. And basically, I think Coach DeBoer made the only decision that he could. It's 4th and 2. You're down 17-0. What does 17-3 do?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
I mean, it gives you just
waste of time.
Right.
That's what you did.
Just as a little discouraging to be at 17-3. It's still a score, yes, but you're on the doorstep. You're on like the 5. You're on the
6-yard line, I think.
Caught at the OU 6 for it was a 10 yards. All right, you're on the 10-yard line. You're 10 yards away from pay dirt, and you grind it all the way through. You find Latsier Brooks, and okay, he had a first down when he caught it, but he said, I'm still going to shake and bake and work my way through the middle here and score. That was Latsier Brooks' first touchdown of the season,
which is insane to think about. It's almost unfathomable how many big catches he had.
Right.
Missouri, LSU, you can go on and on. Dude's been, honestly, great for us. He really has. He's been a blessing in disguise.
3rd best receiver. I'm sorry, Ryan, but I do think he's – I mean, you could make an argument that he's been your 2nd best receiver in some cases, in some instances.
Some games, yeah,
right.
For sure. He was our best on Friday night, that's for sure.
Yeah, most consistent for sure on Friday night. And then you also have Jeremy made the just disgusting reception.
Pro throw was proud of that, I'm sure. He was smiling ear to ear.
But just that whole drive, it was like, okay, you finally got something going. And then the defense really hadn't really gotten much going at that point. Let's see. Well, I lost my place right there. Mateer right there. Oh, boom. The defense hadn't gotten much in the way of stops, but you'd forced a lot of third downs. You had forced a lot of third downs, but Oklahoma was converting pretty consistently through the early part of the game on third down. And Womack basically said that they had Womack had said that they were going against a lot of their tendencies that they showed on tape. They did a good job. Oklahoma did a good job of self-scouting during the 2 weeks and basically said, we're going to mix up our tendencies here. Well, you say, I'm sorry. I'm going to disagree with you, Hunter, about the that third down drop to Xavier Robinson. I think that completely changed the game for the defense and for Alabama. Because you got the touchdown, you're at 17-7, and you go first down, John Mateer catch it for 15 yards. Deion Burch absolutely destroyed this Alabama secondary.
He was phenomenal.
He was great, right. Mateer rushed for 4 yards on first down. Mateer completes to Giovanni Gibson for 3 yards on second down. It's 3rd and 3, and look, Keon Sabb, you got to sack the dude.
You got to bring him down right there.
Like Womack, what do you want Kane Womack to do other than call the plays? Like, you can't have him out there making tackles. He calls the plays. He gets you a free rusher into the backfield. Keon Sabb is basically in for a kill shot and jumps or dives at Mateer's hips, dives at his midsection, and falls off. Right. And Mateer, like, first off, that play was absolutely wild because you were looking at a third down sack for Alabama. Boom, 4th and 13, 4th and 10, whatever the case may have been. But it turns into, okay, he shakes off Keon Sabb. And Keon, that's a play you got to make. Like, you're an old head. You've got to make that play. You've been sent on a blitz. You have a free rusher. Make the play, sir. Okay, he shakes out of it, and instead of taking 15 yards rushing right in front of him, the scrambling quarterback that's hurting Alabama with his legs already in the game. I mean, scored a rushing touchdown, and I think he had like 5 rushes for 26 yards. His first 5 rushes went for 26 yards, 3 first downs, and a touchdown. So like 4 of his 5 rushes moved the chains or scored through the first little bit of the game.
He wanted whatever he got.
Right,
got whatever he wanted.
And so he's got 15 yards in front of him, but he sees, there's a bigger play out there. And he put it in a great spot for Xavier Robinson.
It was a good throw.
Right.
I'm sure he was feeling himself, too, because he was flinging it all over the yard. He's like, I'm back at Washington State now.
Right.
All right, let me let this thing rip, and he's going to come down with it. And dropped it.
All right. It was in his hands.
Should have caught it.
Exactly.
100% should have caught
it.
And
people are, well, he should have run.
No.
Maybe. But he also put the ball in the hands of a wide open player.
I completely understand his thought process.
Yes.
Because like I said, he's feeling himself. He's in a rhythm. He's like, okay, we're about to get a big chunk play here, explosive play. We're in the red zone, 15, 10-yard line. And my boy drops it and lets me down. And now we got to punt the ball. And my punter just, for inexplicable reason, drops the ball as he's going to kick the ball. So it is
what it is. From a quarterback's perspective, you just made a great play. They said, you've got your defender on your back. I'm throwing it out in front of you. Boop, dropped. And that would have been down to the 15-yard line probably.
They would have scored, that's for sure.
Yeah,
field goal touchdown. It would have been 20-7.
Robinson may have caught it and kept running into the end zone on that singular play.
There's a chance, maybe.
Right. So
at worst, you're in field goal range.
Yes.
At worst, you're getting 3 points out of it. And it's 20-7 with like 3 minutes left in this first half.
Yes, exactly. So absolutely wild. All right. And then so it's 4th and 3, and I think they thought about going for it. Ended up taking a delay game. And as you said, Grayson Miller catches it and just like discombobulates.
Has a mental breakdown.
Right. Like his whole mental computer just reset.
His controller died.
Exactly. And people were like, you got some dummies out there going, look, the game is rigged. The punter's just dropping the ball like that. Like, I'm sorry, have you never punted before? And most of you haven't. But like,
I'm sure he's going through his routine and just overthought it.
Right. You're supposed to catch and push the ball out. You're supposed to push the ball out just a little bit. And to me, it looks like he just dropped it, or it slipped out of his hand. To me, it looked like it slipped out of his hand, and instead of committing to just swing your dang leg and hit what you hit, right?
Honestly, he did that the second time.
Right. Swing your dang leg and just
get
whatever piece of it you can. If it's a 10-yard punt, it's a 10-yard punt. But he didn't get any of it. Tried to pick it back up, and Tim Keenan blocked it on punt safe. Bama's in punt safe. Bama's basically playing punt safe. We're trying to make sure you're not faking this on 4th and 8. And instead, Tim Keenan just boom block. I mean, Tim Keenan, first career blocked punt probably ever. Going
Honestly.
back, I had no block
Probably
punts in
since
high
Little
school,
League.
no block punts in middle school, none of that stuff. Blocks at punt, and instead of bad field position, because you were battling bad field position basically all night to that point. You had
Sure
go back to my drives here. You had drive start on the 12, on the 14, on the 25, and on the 25. That second drive that started on the 25 was the first touchdown, 9 plays, 75 yards. Your next drive, I mean, here's you some different field position right here. You go from your own 12, your own 14, your own 25, your own 25. The block punt sets you up on the Oklahoma 30.
Field goal range.
Right.
Because you didn't do really anything on that drive. I think you might have got one first down.
5 plays, 13 yards. You got a first down. Let me go back to my plays here. You got a first
Maybe
down, but then you got immediately sacked. Right. You go back here. Yeah. Tyson, he hit Isaiah Horton for a nice play, 14 yards, and then boom, Ty Simpson ear hold, 7-yard sack on first down.
That's right.
And basically Michael Carroll either didn't they didn't set the protection
They
right
did not.
because it was a defensive end free rusher and Carroll didn't even look at him to touch him. So like to me that tells
The
me
protection was on the left. It
right.
should have been on the
It
right.
tells me that somebody either they called the shift the wrong way or they didn't count the right numbers, something to the case. I don't really think, oh, it's Michael Carroll's fault. You suck, buddy. But like, that's not it. That's not it.
You had two guys that he had to block.
Right.
There's
He
one of
didn't
him.
even look at the defensive end. So it was like whatever the protection was called, he was trying to execute that, and it was just a bad protection set. And Ty Simpson just got drilled. 7-yard sack. You go completion to Isaiah Horton again for 6 yards. So you basically got your sack right back on second down, and then incomplete on third down. Incomplete on third down. Do you have stat broadcast pulled up? Are you looking at this right as I am?
Yes.
You realize it's okay if you're not. Why? Like, this is how rough the Alabama running back room is right now.
Oh, gosh. I forgot about this play.
Yes.
I'm looking at it right now. What are we doing,
this
dude?
is how rough
Why
the
are we
running
calling
back-
a play for Draylon Washington? Dude's maybe played like 3 snaps in the past 8 games. We're calling a screen.
Exactly.
A jailbreak screen to Draylon Washington.
Your running back room is so beat up.
So bare that
that
resorting to calling screen passes for Draylon freaking Washington.
it's 3rd and 11, and you're sitting there like, man, what are we going to do? We're going to call a middle screen to Dre Washington. And okay, and like, if
I'd rather throw a fade route to Ron Williams.
I don't know.
Ball.
If it had connected, it would have been fine. But Oklahoma
Did it almost get picked?
Yeah,
I think
Oklahoma, they were
tipped it.
all over it. They were all over it. They
I
saw it
think they
coming.
would.
They saw it coming from a mile away, and it was a bunch of traffic, and it didn't. It wasn't. It was a no play basically. And then so you send Connor Talty out there, and you're like, oh boy, this wind is whipping. This wind is going crazy. And credit to you, 31. I mean, since you were booed off the field in Bryant Day Stadium, just nails. You didn't really get a chance to do anything in the SEC championship game, so you can't really hold that against you. But you went down to Auburn and you kicked a couple field goals down there, like nails. I did it with Theo after the Auburn game. Do you feel confident in Connor Talty? And he was like, yeah, man. And I was like, well, I only feel confident like you better make the next kick.
Yeah.
And
That's
he's
how it
just
is.
been doing
Kick
it.
the kick basis with him.
Right. And he's been doing it. 35 yards in the wind. And you're sitting there like, what? 17-10? Okay. You getting the ball coming out of halftime. You're getting the ball coming out of half. If you can get one stop here,
You're good.
You're
chilling.
You get a stop. You go into halftime 17-10. It's not that bad. It's not as bad as it looks. It's not as bad as it looked on the first three possessions. Oh my gosh! And then it just blew up even further.
And
so
then the whole world collapses for Oklahoma.
right. So they come back out. Mateer rushed 2 yards. 2-minute warning. Mateer deep pass complete. Jermichael Carter 22 yards, and now they're on the 50. And you're like, all right, you got to have this stop though. You have to have this stop, fellas. If you don't have this stop, then it's going to be a lot harder for you. No, Mateer sacked for 3 yards. Justin Jefferson. And then timeout. So Alabama takes a timeout, and this is, I think, a really underrated coaching move. You take a timeout. You only have 2 timeouts because Ty Simpson burned one in the first quarter because he didn't get the play in time, and he was audible and at the line too much, and the play clock was running down. So you only have 2 timeouts, and you're playing. Okay, am I taking timeout on first and second down to? Okay, you're gonna get the ball back with like 8 seconds left. Are you really? But I think this was a really aggressive move by DeBoer to go ahead and take a timeout after first down sack. Because if you can get a second down incompletion, will you save your timeout? And then you get a third down completion stop. You got the ball back with 50 some seconds left, something in that range, because you got the sack at 136. Really aggressive timeout. And so you're like, man, you're really just like, I'm sitting in the press box thinking, buddy, you're getting greedy here. All you want right here is a stop so that you can come out of the locker room at 17-10, but you're getting really greedy right here.
Exactly.
Well, they take a timeout, and just unbelievable. Kane Womack had been showing this cover zero blitz, this basically it's basically mid blitz. If you're ever playing NCAA, he's showing mid blitz. It's nickel double mug. It's nickel double mug cover
they drop
zero.
out of it. Yeah, it's
right.
Man to man across the board.
Right. They show nickel double mug. So they showed nickel double mug cover zero basically, and so all. What is that? 6 guys, 5, 6, 7 guys are up on the line, mm-hmm. and everybody else is in a cover zero.
They're going to drop back.
And Mateer sees it, and you had done it, and you showed it a couple times before, and you had actually run the blitz. You would run the blitz. And so Mateer sends a signal, does a signal. What I think happened, not only did you drop into something else, so almost exactly like what Georgia got Ty Simpson on in the SEC championship game. They showed blitz, they dropped to cover out. 2. They dropped to cover 2, and Ty Simpson kind of got discombobulated. I think he made a good decision, but was too late and inaccurate in the SEC championship game. So Alabama shows the same thing. We're showing nickel double mug cover 0 blitz. We drop into cover 2 on the snap. Linebackers drop out. Corners corners sink, safeties go deep. So it turns into cover 2. And okay, not like overly complicated, but a good little trick, a good little mix up. And what I think honestly happened, you said John Mateer got confused, and he did for sure.
Very.
But I think for like a split second, the uniforms messed up John Mateer.
He thought they were wearing white.
I don't understand it because
there's no one there at all.
Think about the Oklahoma road uniforms.
Yeah.
White on white with red helmets.
Yeah.
White on white with crimson helmets. They're crimson and cream. They're the crimson and I'm saying, like
you know you're playing at home. You've known this for weeks.
Right. For just a split second. I think because
you look at my players, he's wearing red.
The ball was right to.
It was right to him. It hit him right in the number.
Because I think the movements between, because you had Deion Burks was running off, and I think he either, so one of two things happened. He either signaled to him before the snap to run a short hitch, and Burks never got it, or I don't understand. He didn't realize what he signaled. I don't understand, because they definitely signaled out there. They definitely and Zabian was like, hey, yeah, they audibled into something. I think they audibled to a short hitch, and Deion Burks never got the call, and never
knew it wasn't supposed to be a hitch.
Right, and John Mateer threw it anyways because they're blitzing me. I got to get this ball out, and
which wasn't the case,
right? And then also you've got, is that my guy? Or no, that's their guy.
Oh wait, that's not Davian Brown. Shoot. One thing I thought about when I was watching it back was, do you think he saw him? Because the dude is short. Dude's like 5'11", 6 feet tall, and his lineman's right in his face. I'm wondering, like, did he see Zabian Brown at all? I feel like that's kind of crazy to even think about and mention, but I think it's worth bringing up because, like I said, the dude, can he see over his line? Sometimes I'm not sure, because he had a lot of passes that were getting batted down at the line.
Yes.
Does that be a problem? Like his offensive tackle's just right in his face and he can't really see the defense.
That was a huge,
crazy as an excuse as that is, but I'm not sure what he was looking at all. Like, I'm still perplexed at that, because like you said, the receiver went straight. He ran a go route, and he thought he was running it in.
And honestly, if you throw that go ball, I think it's going to be tough for Bray to get, because Bray's playing deep half. He drops out of the blitz look, and he's playing deep half. I think that would have been a tough play for Bray. I like Bray. I think he's a great player. I just schematically speaking,
and Deion Burks is way faster than him.
Faster. Yeah.
I mean, not way faster, but
like
fast enough.
Right. I think schematically that would have been a really tough play for Bray to make. And unbelievable. And so I got to give a little shout out. We're in the press box. Sam Prestapino from Crimson White, student reporter from the Crimson White. We're sitting there 4 plays earlier, and I'm saying, well, you just have to give up no points here. Get a stop. You just got to get a stop. You're going in the locker room 17-10. And he goes, well, you could get a pick six here. And I go, yeah, right. Yeah. I was like,
sure,
I mean, yeah,
sure,
you could. And Xavier catches it and runs right down the sideline in front of us.
Gene, dude.
That's what he said.
Damn, it's clutch. Can't teach it. It's just clutch.
Unbelievable.
He's got that dog in him.
And from there, they went to the locker. I mean, Oklahoma came back and tried to run like 3 plays. Xavier Brown. Yeah. Well, they tried to run more than 3 plays. It was
they
118.
tried to score. Oh yeah, you had that stupid penalty on the sideline on our assistant coach. You know what I'm talking about? After the interception, the sideline warning, that wasn't a warning. They just threw the flag out there.
Right there.
I was the assistant coach. I was too close to the field or whatever.
Yeah, I was trying to read it on the sheet right here. Couldn't find it, but yes,
which was also inexplicable.
First down, incomplete. Second down, complete short right to Keontae Lewis for 5 yards. So 3rd and 5 is what you're talking about. Rush middle, gain of 1 yard. And so you should have gotten like you could have taken another timeout right there and gotten the ball back with like 20 seconds left. But you get the sideline interference, which that was a hooey call, honestly, because for 2 reasons. One, I think the official was almost too deep in the Alabama sideline. Like obviously the official gets some leeway. But the second thing is those sidelines. Did you go last year?
I did not go last year, but I can see
you can see it on the TV.
Are so narrow.
There's not a lot of space. You remember going to you remember what's a good example? Do you remember going to Brookwood before they built their new stadium? Right? It's like that.
Barry High School. I don't know if you've been there.
I haven't been to Barry. It was like Pickens County. Pickens County, really tight, really tight sideline. Basically, there is almost no room. There's almost no room from the stands to the sidelines. And I joked late in the game when I was on the sidelines with new Alabama president Peter Mahler. He was commenting on how great the atmosphere was. And I said, well, we could probably get 5,000 more seats in Bryant-Denny Stadium if we tightened up the sidelines. if we took those sidewalks out and tightened up the sidelines.
Good marketing strategy. Honestly.
I was trying to get a little idea flowing. And you know what he said? He goes, we could, but I got to build a new Coliseum first. I said, you're right. You are right on that.
Thanks,
but no, they're really, really tight. And so I think all the personnel is pretty much crammed in right there. And I think the official was too deep in the Alabama sidelines. But
100%.
At the end of the day, if you're on the sideline, you have to be aware of the official. That's you have to be aware of the official and, oh, shoot, the play's coming right at me. I got to get out. Right. You got to get out of the way.
Let me get the heck out of Dodge.
So, Oklahoma catches a break there, and they stay on the field and ended up running out the half. They did nothing, running out the half. But at 17-7, Alabama's going into half. I felt pretty confident. That Alabama was going to come out and end up winning the game. What about you?
Yeah, I agree. Couldn't agree more because the pendulum of momentum, like I said, just swung in Alabama's favor. And that pick by Xavier Brown turned the tide.
Oh,
like that was it.
Amazing.
After that, I was like, okay, if we take care of business right here, if the defense keeps playing how they're playing, Womack makes more adjustments, don't play any more zone coverage because that was getting us beat all game long in the first quarter. We'll win this game going away. We'll win it pretty easily. And we ended up outscoring Oklahoma 34-7 after the first quarter, which is absurd. Because if you told me that this offense would get down 17-0 and be able to score 34 points and then score 27 unanswered, I'd be like, you're crazy. There's no way. That is wild to even fathom that this offense, at the rate they move at the speed they move at, can score 27 unanswered points. But that's exactly what happened. Credit to Grubb and credit to Ty Simpson for hanging in there. And I think Ty, we talk about his leadership all the time, was the biggest leader on that team on Friday night. because I'm sure he was like, okay, guys, just one play at a time, one drive at a time. Let's put points together right here. Let's put a drive together. Let's get some points on the board. And then they'd go out and they execute. They do that 17-7 to your point. Turnovers go your way. Misfortunes go your way. It's 17 up at halftime. You get the ball to start the second half, and obviously you don't do anything. You go 4 plays, 11 yards, 1 first down, and that's it. So 3 yards clouded us. Basically, you give the ball back to Oklahoma. But then defense, they played
Defense
phenomenal.
locked in.
They locked in.
In the
they were
second
on
half.
fire second half.
All right, let's go to the voicemail line, then we'll get to the second half. How about that? We took care of the first half. Let's let Dax set us up on the second half. Dax left his voicemail, 205-462-7340, extension 800. You can leave us a voicemail as well. Remember, Hunter, I blazed right past him last weekend on the voice, or last Monday. We did play it on Tuesday. But here was Dax reacting to the game.
Guys, it is Dax. Roll freaking Tide. Mason could not have been more wrong about this game. Now he was pretty spot on for the first quarter and a half. But this team, dude, they know how to handle adversity better than literally any other team in this country. And I'm convinced now. Down 17-0 with 7 minutes to go, and we came back with 7 minutes to go in the second quarter. And we came back and tied it at halftime, which was crazy. And then we come out in the second half and we're just foot on the gas pedal. It was absolutely beautiful. The reason the first quarter and a half was so bad, I think, is because Ty had 0 time. It was looking like, the past 2 months of football from us. Defense was kind of getting gashed a little bit. But then we decided to just march down the field, get a touchdown, proceed to get a punt block the next drive. I don't know what that punter was doing. That was crazy. I don't know why he just dropped the ball. I don't know, but TK got him a punt block. Get 3 points out of that. Talty, my man, has not missed since we booed him. Thank you, Talty. That boy, wow. Crazy the turnaround that this man has had. It's nuts. And then a pick six. And tied at halftime. Crazy amount of momentum going into halftime. Come out and we're just physical, hitting everybody really freaking hard, putting a lot of pressure on Mateer. Keon Keeley did fantastic. Lobster Brooks finally had a breakout game. He finally got a touchdown. He got him 2 in this game. First of his career.
Finally.
Man, Lottie is something special. That first touchdown Lottie had was amazing. And then we actually hit 2 or 3 deep balls. Ty was accurate on his deep balls. Ty's got his swagger back. And I'm very happy I did not hop off the Ty train because this man, I just have a feeling he's about to play his way into the draft again. First round. First or second round. One of the two. I feel like this is starting to become a little more like basketball where, you coast through the season, hopefully you make the playoffs, and then you want to get hot in the playoffs. And that's exactly what we're doing. That was the most complete game we played all year. Wow. The adversity, like facing adversity, this team is fantastic at it. So good. Just super proud of the boys. And what's even better is we get like another week and a half to rest up. So Indiana's going to be facing a very healthy Alabama team. We were like 75% yesterday. Maybe 80%. I don't know, but we were playing with our hair on fire in that second half. It was very pretty to see. I don't know why everybody's saying that Indiana's going to blow us out because I can promise you that is not going to happen. Question, who has Indiana played? Ohio State and Oregon. Okay, who has Ohio State played? Indiana. Okay, who has Oregon played? Indiana. We don't know how good they are. They have played nobody good except for the people that are also good that have played them, which is 2 teams. We have no idea how good Indiana really is.
They're pretty good.
I know I'm being very SEC homerish, but you know what? I think my statement stands true. Caleb Downs said it best. Big Ten, you don't have that really many games that you have to get up for. Here in the SEC, you have to get up for literally every game. Every week you can get beat in this league. And I think that's going to go a long way for us and for Georgia. And then Ole Miss is thwacking Tulane. I cannot wait for these G5 inclusion rules to be twisted a little bit. I hate it. and poor Notre Dame Twitter. They're crying. They've been crying about the wrong teams, but they're still crying, and it is sweet, beautiful, salty tears. Oklahoma's not going to be able to get over this for a while. They're now 0-5 in the playoffs, and they have the the two largest comebacks in playoff history so far at 17 points. It is so funny. But our team's getting hot at the right time. We started clicking. Ty got his swagger back. Wide receivers are catching. Oh yeah, Jeremy can't leave that out. Jeremy with a crazy catch. I could go forever on this. I believe I could. So I'm gonna go ahead and end it there. Roll Tide, boys. See y'all against Indiana. Let's beat them Hoosiers.
Dax on the
Let's do it,
voicemail
Dax.
line. Go ahead, Hunter.
Let's do it, Dex. You make some great points, man. When Alabama got down 17-0, never in my life, never in my wildest dreams would I think we would come back. Really, because we hadn't done it all year, and we've never done it in the DeBoer era at all. You know, when we get down, it's just good night, pack your bags, pack it up, it's over. And that's not exactly what happened at all. In fact, that was the opposite of what happened. Alabama dug deep. They showed the resiliency. They've talked about it a lot. And it's one thing to talk about it. It's another thing to go out there and do it. And they backed it up, man. They really did. They responded to adversity the right way, outscoring Oklahoma 34-7 after the first quarter. That's how you respond to the adversity. That's how you show resilience. And like I said, I didn't think it was possible. We've never seen it before, ever since DeBoer came in after Saban left. And that was great to see. It was more than just a playoff win, I felt like. I felt like that win said a lot about DeBoer and the culture that he's establishing, that he's starting to turn the tide a little bit. And it's really beautiful to watch. And I'm just so proud of this team for everything they've been through this whole year after Florida State. They've stuck together. They played as a team. I think this bond is about as deep as it can be. And let's go on to Indiana and let's see what we got. Let's lock the gates and bring a fight to them and see what happens.
Burn the ships to get out there and burn the ships. We'll see how they can do it. So the second half, and I think Dax is right on a lot of things. The one thing he said was that Ty got more time, and Ty did get more time, yes, but he also, after the first three drives, played more decisively. Like, just grip it and rip it, son of a gun. If it's a 6-yard pass in front of you, just grip it. It does not have to be these downfield balls all the time. It doesn't have to be, I got to wait for these intermediate pass. Like, just take the pass that's in front of you. And he started to do that, and it opened up. I mean, late in the game, he did hit Isaiah Horton for a longer pass that was down the sidelines. That was like, that was like a really melt your eyeballs kind of a throw and catch from those two guys.
Caleb Williams type throw.
Right. Well, yes. But no, I thought Ty played, you said the right word right there, played with more conviction though in this game. And whether it was due to, hey man, it's do or die, whatever it is, it was just bleep and throw the ball. Just grip it and rip it and throw the ball. The first open guy you see, don't wait till, oh, well, maybe I could have this throw, or maybe I could just take the first open guy you see. And I thought Ty did play much better than he did against Georgia. And played about how he did against Oklahoma, just without the havoc plays. You didn't have the sack fumble. You didn't throw the pick six. And it was so crazy how this game mirrored the Oklahoma game here in town, in the sense of the turnovers and in the sense of the special teams, where they missed 2 field goals. Connor Talty's perfect on field goals. You don't have the havoc plays. You ended up getting the pick six. Like, a lot of things went the exact opposite. You got 5 sacks on John Mateer. Really, really just a great flipping the script from the game in November here in Tuscaloosa. So you go back out, and as you said, I mean, how many times has the offense gotten the ball to start the second half and done absolutely nothing this year? Basically,
just about every game this year.
Yes.
Just about every freaking game this year.
Yes.
And it's so frustrating too, because I was like, you got it. Don't let it go. Don't give it back to him. Don't give it back to him. Got to put points on the board some way, somehow. I don't care if it's a field goal. I don't care if it's 50 yards, 20 yards. We need points. Got to have it. And they go 4 plays, 11 yards, minute 38 off the clock, and they give the ball back to Oklahoma.
Right. You're like, oh my gosh. Like, I think back to the only time where I think you got points out of the second half on the first drive was Vanderbilt. Was that right? I don't have the Vanderbilt game logs coming up, but you went out of that Georgia. You missed a field goal and you went scoreless in the second half. Missouri, you got sack fumbled on like the first play and you set them up for Bo Pribula.
I think we might have scored against Tennessee. I know they got the ball first, didn't they?
I don't remember, but
I don't think we did. But we did get the ball and we didn't score.
I do remember most often you get the ball at the start of the second half and you've gone 3 and out. Now this one wasn't 3 and out because you did find Jeremy for 12 yards, great, but you punted the ball away. And so defense on the field, you got to keep us in the game. Obviously, you have kept us in the game, scoring 7 points and making some plays. 3-yard rush, incomplete punt. Okay, Cole Adams gets himself an 8-yard return. Cole Adams got himself a couple of little punt returns. Didn't necessarily always fair catch. I was impressed with Cole Adams. And then you basically
future Michigan State Spartan.
Cole Adams
or Oregon State Beaver.
Maybe. You get the ball back, and oh my gosh, Daniel Hill, you get a 30-yard sweep. You pitch it out to the left-hand side, and he just boom, 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 rumbles and follows. I thought the running backs ran well. I thought the running backs on the whole ran well. I know Jam had a couple of plays where he had a couple of 0-yard gains, and he did have that fumble, but he recovered it, right?
Yeah, he did.
I thought the running backs actually ran the ball pretty well on the night. Daniel Hill, 30-yard gain, incomplete from Ty Simpson to Lottie, and then boom, Lottie for a touchdown for 30 yards, and you're up 24-17, and the comeback is basically complete at that point. You've taken the air out of the stadium because, look, the atmosphere was insane.
It was incredible.
It was nuts. And these the Oklahoma fans were extremely nice to deal with, yes, but they were extremely passionate as well. But you can be both. You can be passionate and support your team and, into the game and also be nice. I know some fan bases don't understand that dynamic, but Oklahoma definitely did. So I will shout out the Sooner faithful and all the we were walking out of the stadium late at 1:40 in the morning after we'd all worked, and we're walking out, and these students are walking by, and they go, "Boom, Sooner!" right in my face, and they go, "Roll Tide, buddy," and they go, "Oh, darn!" and they were laughing at it. They were very, very nice, but they were super passionate. So you're up 24-17, and from there, it's basically getting after John Mateer. And my man Dax said it, and you said it earlier. But 31, both the 31s in this game, dear God, have we wanted to see Keon Keeley for 3 freaking years?
Been waiting for it.
He's a redshirt sophomore, right?
Yeah.
For 3 freaking years, you've wanted to see 5-star Keon Keeley and
live and in color.
And exactly. And every time he was in the game, it was I'm being a monster off the edge.
He was wrecking havoc.
Power rusher, big time power rushes, a little bit of speed, but much more power. And I am just going to control this edge, and I'm going to crash it into John Mateer's line of sight. And I thought that Keon Keeley, I don't want to say this.
Game a little bit.
I don't want to say this, but you've got the portal opening up in 2 weeks. Whatever you got to do, you need to keep, because full-time Keon Keeley at Bandit is, you
can build off that.
Oh, my Lord. Full-time Keon Keeley at Bandit is one of those, wow, we're getting pressure with 4 players. We're getting pressure with, we don't got to call a blitz. We don't have to call blitzes because 31's crashing everything on that side. I was super impressed with him.
I agree with you. I was too. And it's finally good to see it click for him. I'm not sure when that happened, but I'm glad that it has clicked for him and that we're finally seeing the 5-star Keon Keeley that we all hoped and wanted for years now. As you said, redshirt sophomore has been here in 3 years, and it's finally starting to, like I said, finally start to sit in with him. He's finally understanding it. He's set in. He understands his role in this team. And it's honestly just rush the passer. Do what you've been doing your whole life, your whole high school career. Be the best pass rusher you can be the best guy off the edge you can be, and then we'll live with the results and we'll take what you give us because we know you're capable of producing a sack, pressure plays, get pressure on the quarterback, force him to make a few mistakes, and that's exactly what he did. He had 1 sack, and I'm sure he had more impact plays than that. I just can't think of them off the top
Yeah,
of my head.
had a few pressures on him that forced passes earlier.
I'm sure he had
than
more tackles for loss as well.
Yeah,
and he stuffed the run game when it came his way as
Let's
well.
see what the official says away on the defense as we lead back up. Keon Keeley, 4 total tackles, 4 tackles, 2 solos, 1 sack, 1 tackle for loss, and 1 pass breakup. So get my hands up and knock a pass down. Like I was
beautiful.
So impressed with him, and really, really happy to see him get real action. And as you said, it's been a long. He's had a hard circumstance with the coaching change, honestly, because you go from the Coach Saban 3-4 defense, I'm standing up, I'm just speed rushing off the edge.
That's really all I have to worry about.
Now I have to, like, where do I fit in the Kane Womack system? Am I a wolf or am I a bandit? Well, you're not really a wolf because I don't really want you dropping in coverage, but you're not quite a bandit yet, because you're not used to standing up, stopping the run, playing, trying to play 2 gaps. Right. And so you've got to learn how to play bandit with your hand in the dirt. You've got to learn how to play on the line of scrimmage. And I think that takes some time. And I think you should give him credit. But I think the Alabama fan base needs to realize the kind of adversity that he's gone through in his career. He's changing his body style a little bit more. He's learning how to play with both hands in the dirt. I think that Keon Keeley, oh man, I sure hope that he stays. And because a redshirt junior Keon Keeley season playing,
going to do wonders for
playing full-time bandit would just make me very excited. Yes, very excited. So Keon Keeley playing pretty well. You go back to the third quarter, plays third quarter. Appreciate that. Let's see. Boom. We already got the Lottie touchdown. You get back off the field with these pass rushers, and you're sitting there like, okay, you want to continue. You want to continue building momentum. You're up 24-17. You want to continue building the momentum. Ty Simpson rushed 0 yards. Okay, you were decisive though. Second down, Ty Simpson complete. Josh Cuevas 8 yards. Nice and decisive. You're at 3rd and 2. My biggest key to the game outside of the turnovers was winning on first down, or basically to stay out of 3rd and long. You go pass complete, 8 yard, pass incomplete to Jeremy on 3rd and 2. But that was the play that hit Jeremy in the chest. He was sliding on his knees. But you got a defensive holding, and they did grab Ryan Williams. People want to talk about Bama gets all the calls.
You held him. Like, for sure.
I don't think Bama gets all the calls. I just think the officials
do their job.
Yes, exactly. And if you're going to grab Ryan Williams on a in quarterback scramble rules, and he's trying to break back open, and you're holding him, Cortland Guillory, you're going to get called 10-yard penalty. But add that with Jeremy, bad drop for Jeremy. As good as the play was later in the game where he catches it over the guy's head, you were wide open and you slid.
Why did he go to a knee and catch that ball?
I don't know.
That was weird. That was awkward. I was perplexed by that as well.
Right.
Like, why are you on your knees trying to catch that ball?
I think it was because of the trajectory of the pass.
Yeah. I'm sure the lights got in his way.
Honestly,
might have been a problem.
Maybe.
He was at ground level and he's looking up.
Right.
The lights are right here.
Right into the lights. All right, so 0-yard rush, shotgun pass, shot to Lottie for another 5-yard gain. Ty Simpson rushed 13 yards. Basically, decisiveness. I think he just played with more, this is what I'm going to do, and results be damned, right? Ty Simpson passed to Cuevas for 4 yards, incomplete, and Jam's, incomplete to Caleb. Jam rush for 0 yards, and it's a 40-yard Connor Talty field goal. And you're sending Connor out there. I didn't feel as good about the second kick as I did about the first. At 40 yards with the wind, all swirling, and that wind was like, I've got videos of it on my Twitter where the flags are just waving in the wind, whipping in the wind, and Connor Talty nails it. He nails it. So you're now up 27. You're up 27-17, and you've gone from a 17-0 deficit to up 10. And at the what mark? At the 4:33 mark in the third quarter, just an absolute wild comeback for Alabama. And
now you have a stranglehold on this game,
essentially, because you have Mateer rush 7 yards. Like they gain a lot. they did end up scoring on the next drive, didn't they?
did.
Yeah.
That was the mini men drive.
Right. Okay. So that's where we are here. They end up just chipping away at it. 7 yards, 2 yards, 1 yard, 3 yards, 5 yards, 5 yards, no yards. And then the quarter break happens. And Hunter,
I was out seeing it live.
were you born in 2003?
I was born in 2000, actually. So I
2000.
was. Yeah. So I was.
You were 3 years old.
Premature.
You were 3 years old when Get Rich or Die Trying came out, and that's okay.
Many men.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm in 8th grade, and I'm in, and it is it is 8th grade football. Basically, In the Club was the huge song because that was the single off the album.
Yeah.
Find me in the club. Mama, got what you need. You need to feel in love. Like, so In the Club was the huge hit, but that whole album had just banger after banger, like incredible songs right there.
Bop album.
And I'll be honest with you, I played the entire album as we drove out there on Thursday. I don't know why.
It's meant to be.
I have no idea.
Right
why.
then, it was meant to be, dude.
Because all right, I know I was driving out there with Hunter Cypher, and I was playing some country. I played some Sturgill Simpson. We played some podcasts. We did my Bears podcast that I like to listen to, Hogan Johns. We did Pardon My Take. We listened to Inside the Locker Room that day, Wimp and Barry. I listened to Sturgill Simpson. We listened to Alice in Chains. So we were already doing metal. We did some country, and I know that Hunter likes hip hop. Oh, we did Kanye. We did Graduation, right? The Graduation album.
That's a good album.
And
All the Lights. Got to play all
the lights. Right. So I'm like, all right, what's another hip hop album that Hunter? Because I know he likes hip hop. And I'm like, well, I know. Here's one I like, and I have played. We played Get Rich or Die Trying was the last album that we played pulling into the hotel because I'm like, I'm needing some juice. It's 10 hours on the road. It's I'm needing some juice. And I love that album. And
was Hunter singing along? Probably not.
I don't really know.
That song.
I don't really know because Hunter, you guys are in the same age range. It was y'all were young, and there were rumors all week long that 50 was going to come out, and I was like, no, he's not. I didn't believe any of them. And then the lights go down. The lights go down, and I'm like, oh my, what? And they start. Dun, 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 dun. And I thought, what in the world? And he starts to come out, and my little 8th grade heart was just ready to go put on some ready to go put on a helmet. He starts rapping Mini Man. I put a hole in a hood for messing with me. I'll come and take your life away. And it was like,
wish death upon me.
And then you turn and look, and both the teams are
losing their
juice. Both teams, not just Oklahoma. And I'm thinking to myself, while I'm enjoying it, I'm thinking, these coaches must be losing their bleeping minds. Must be losing their minds. Like, hey, I'm trying to make some adjustments here.
Brent Venables is losing it. He's probably breaking headsets, slamming his clipboard around.
I'm trying to coach here. I'm trying to put in some new plays.
Trying to fight Ben Arbuckle.
I'm trying to make some adjustments for the fourth quarter. We're trying to
hey, buddy, get over here, right?
I'm trying to give you some coaching points to, hey, make sure you look at this. Don't let them do that.
Do you want to sing 50 Cent or do you want to ethic?
right. No, exactly. But both programs are standing there and 50. Like, I heard that it didn't sound good on TV.
It did not. Watching the broadcast version, you couldn't really make out exactly the lyrics or everything.
It sounded
but
great.
You could hear it
in the stadium. It
vaguely,
sounded
very, very vaguely.
Yeah, it sounded great. And I wonder if they did that because they were worried about him cursing. But he did a good job. Basically, you know how all the hip hop artists do. They've got their censored version and they've got their real version. He did the censored version and it was fine. I mean, great. There's kids in the stands. Like, it's fine. We don't need to be dropping all that language, and that song is full of a lot of language. But it's basically, you wish death upon me, but I'll keep coming. Is what it is, and I think that's kind of the hard to kill mantra. And the Oklahoma people were going nuts, and so they go, and that was amazing. It was to me. You had the game in one hand, and you had 50 Cent performing in another hand, and it was only for like 3 minutes.
Game,
it was only for like 3 minutes, but I've never seen 50 Cent live before. I think they paid him a lot of money for that. I think, which great.
5 million,
But
at least.
But you were watching on TV. Did they show Ty?
They showed
Ty was
losing
rapping
it,
his.
He was pointing at somebody. I think it was Deontay Lawson, and he was rapping it too.
So
and you could see the lineman right behind him.
All the guys say that afterwards said, "Oh, we play that song every Friday." Yeah. Oklahoma thinks that that's their song because it's hard to kill, but we play that every Friday, and it's like, okay,
that gave us a little extra juice for that fourth quarter.
Right. So they go incomplete pass and then touchdown pass, and again, Deion Burks was absolutely insane for Oklahoma. What was your final numbers, Deion? 7 catches, 107, and 1 touchdown on 9 targets. He was great, and so you got to give him a lot of credit. He was really, really great. But so they cut it to the that was 24-27, right? And so you're like, okay, you're still in this, buddy. And Alabama, you go several plays and punt, and then you force another punt, and then it's bam, you're ready to go score again. Daniel Hill rushed 6 yards. Ty Simpson complete short right to Jeremy for 24 yards. Oh yes. This is the drive where I'm walking through the stadium because I'm walking down. I'm ready to. I'm walking down.
The game's almost over with at that point.
And we walked through the crowd instead of through the back way. And it was awesome. When he caught that ball, the place was, no, that's incomplete. Review it. I saw a take from a high school football coach around the in this area that says we need to incorporate the reaching over the head to make the catch and pulling it back in. That is a football move. You don't need to take the 2 steps after that.
Correct.
And I thought that's a really good point. Then Daniel Hill rushed for 1 yard loss, and then he scored to basically put the game on ice at that point. I'm on the field at this point, and Oklahoma, their crowd is just yelling, "Go, go, go!" Like, come on, hurry up! What are we doing? We're not going fast enough because there's only that was at 7:30 left, and they're once again down by 10, 34-24, and ultimately from there. It was just Alabama kind of riding the wave of just kind of
don't make a mistake, right? And you're good.
Riding the timeout. They burned 55. Oklahoma ended up. Oklahoma went 2 minutes. Didn't really do anything. 2 minutes got 2 minus 8 is minus 6 plus. They got 1 yard. Cole Adams, Alabama burns about a minute off the clock because Oklahoma's taking timeouts at 5:40 trying to save time, and you have 2 Tate Sandell missed kicks, and then it's over. Game's over, and Alabama wins. Alabama's comeback is complete.
Yeah, I'm not sure who melted down more, the punter or Tate Sandell, to be honest with you, because I did not see him missing that kick at all. But like you said, Joe, the wind was swirling. It was 20 miles per hour, 15 miles per hour wind. And I think that got to him a little bit. And after he missed the first one, I'm like, okay, it might be in his head. And then he misses again. And I'm like, yeah, it was in his head because he missed that so short. And it was not a good kick at all. He didn't strike it clean at all. Missed it about a yard or 2 short.
Groza Award winner. Connor Talty outshines the Groza Award winner.
Outscores the Groza Award winner, too.
So I'll pat myself.
And Blake Dowd outplays, Grayson Miller, that's his name?
Yeah.
Who won he didn't win the Ray Guy Award.
No.
But he did win SEC Punter of the Year. Pretty sure. I think he was first team, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he was first team. So you outplay the first team kicker and punter.
Nuts. Absolutely
crazy.
Nuts, really. So I'll pat myself on the back for calling the Connor Talty outscoring Tate Sandell again. And we got to get to the post game, and then we got to finish this bad boy up here because Dax talked in his voicemail about it being kind of a seminal moment for Coach DeBoer in this era, right? For him being here. I had chills after the game because I followed DeBoer, I followed Ty Simpson, but I mostly was following DeBoer. DeBoer, once again with his family, wife and 2 daughters, they were big smiles, and then he's walking off, and Ty yells out to him. And you can see all this on the BamaCentral YouTube channel. Yells out to him, comes and gives him the game ball and gives him a big old hug. Well, they're walking back into the locker room, and Greg Byrne screamed like a fan at him I'm not. I don't mean to put Greg Burns' business out there. I think he's great. I think he's very professional. But he went like it. Exactly. Yes. In his face was, and you can see it right there on the BamaCentral YouTube channel. And they had a big old hug moment, and then they all went to the locker room. And so the Oklahoma media room is right on the other side of the visitors' locker room. One wall is separating it. And those boys were hooting and hollering. They were playing music that you couldn't hear through the other side.
I'm sure they played 50 Cent.
They were going crazy. I think it was NBA YoungBoy.
Yeah.
They were
Lil
going
Baby.
nuts. They were going nuts. And then they came out, did the post game, and that's all she wrote.
They doubted us. They wrote us off, but we didn't write back.
Man, Ty Simpson in the post game was.
He quoted Kobe Bryant. What did he say?
He said, "What Kobe say?
We're not done
Job's
yet."
not done." I'm like, man, Ty, you're
on one, dude.
Yes,
you are
he was.
on cloud 9. You're honestly on cloud 10. You're another upper echelon above that.
He said, "I guess I should thank you guys." And I'm like, man, most of the people in this room, all the local beat writers, most of us think that y'all can do this.
Yeah.
But
to be honest with you.
But of course,
right.
There were some national people that did not. You want to get into that? All the daggum tweets, the deleted tweets, the people. Well, at least Oklahoma, or at least Notre Dame, opted out of their bowl game.
Yeah.
Thank you, Brett McMurphy, Nicole Auerbach,
Tim Brando.
Oh, hey, here's a lesson for everybody: football games are a long game.
They are.
Football games are long, and if you want to feel some type of way about how Alabama was playing, that was fair because Alabama's offense was playing like it was doo-doo.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a lot of time in that game, and y'all just jumped right out to, Oklahoma.
They didn't deserve it.
Right.
It should have been Notre Dame. Get out of here, man. They act like they don't know how football works, that it's a 4-quarter game, not just one.
Right.
And you can make adjustments, which Alabama did, offensively and defensively. Plays can happen. Guys can step up. The game can slow down for certain people like it did for Ty Simpson. You can read a defense. You can make NFL caliber throws. You can have a guy like Keon Keeley who wasn't good his first 2 years here. He can show up and he can play like he's Will Anderson or Dallas Turner and be the 5-star product we all expected. You can have a guy like Xavier Brown get a pick 6 who's really talented. You can have a guy like Latair Brooks step up who's a really good freshman who's going to be a great player for Alabama next year and the year after that. You can have a guy like Jeremy Bernard make an unreal catch. You can have all these factors happen. And the next thing you know, Alabama is up 34-24 late in the fourth quarter, and they're taking a knee to win the game. It's just football. It happens all the time.
Just drives me crazy because it's like some of these people act like they've never watched football before, and I know it's their job.
Or so Alabama football specifically.
You're right.
Like it never feels like, obviously Georgia, it had a different feel to that game because it was Kirby, and Kirby, obviously he's.
But even at 21-7, like at 21-7, when you're going for it on 4th and 2, like yes, it's super risky. But it's 21-7. If Alabama drives the field right there and makes it 21-14, whoo boy. Like
it's a completely different game.
Yeah, Georgia's dominated you for 3 quarters. Game. Absolutely. But if you're able to get out, like find a way to get off the mat right there, like their offense really didn't do that much. Their offense was set up with great field position because their defense absolutely dominated that game. Like it wasn't as bad. That's why I argued with Mason all week for like 3 days straight that it wasn't as bad as people want to make it out to be. Oh, yeah, no. It was, Joe. Yeah, it was, Joe. It's like if you get one more score there, like, yes, like that going forward on 4th and 2, you didn't get it.
You can confuse Gunnar Stockton like you did Mateer, or have someone just step up, maybe Yonze Pierre, get a sack, fumble, strip sack.
Yeah, it's not
just force
that
him to
crazy.
Make a turnover. Force a turnover right then and there. You're back in the game.
Yeah.
Hell, even make it 21-10.
Exactly. It wasn't that crazy to consider that Alabama could have gotten back into the Georgia game. And maybe that's my crimson-colored glasses, but I do think that the Oklahoma game is evidence that really you do have to you do have to put your knife in the right through the heart of this Alabama team to actually kill them.
Like I said,
and Georgia did a good job of suffocating Alabama the whole time. They never gave them a breath, because I think if you give Alabama a breath, like, hey, we're messing up a punt and setting you up on the 30-yard line, well, if you give
They
Alabama,
tried to.
if you give Alabama a breath and let Lazier Brooks, like literally, you let Lazier Brooks get a 30-yard play for your first down of the game, and boom, there's your, Alabama. Oh, there's a heartbeat. There's a heartbeat we can
There it
cling
is.
to. And up, it's 4th and 2. We'll find Lazier Brooks again. He'll get a score. Boom. We're pumping blood now. We're pumping blood. We're alive.
They raise up like the Undertaker,
Right.
and they put their hands on Oklahoma's neck, pick them up, and they just throw them right through the wall.
I was impressed with it. It was a great trip. It was an absolutely great trip.
Legendary trip, I'm sure.
We'll find out. We'll kind of keep an eye on everything. We're going to talk to Coach DeBoer at 12:15 today. We'll have that on the BamaCentral YouTube channel. We'll talk about Indiana, everything moving forward, how the team's health actually was. I think Dax is right that the team is healthier, and the next week and a half will get them even more healthier. But we'll have a real official update from Coach DeBoer at 12:15 on the BamaCentral YouTube channel. Hunter, anything else you got for us on a Monday?
I will say
on this game or the weekend?
This is the first time in a while, or at least the first time that I can vividly remember that Alabama had 5 different players get a sack. When is the last time that happened? I can't think of one. I really can't. Maybe 2016. I'm sure it happened with that insane defense 2020. But, I mean, there's an embarrassment of riches of guys stepping up for Kane Womack.
Yeah.
I mean, he is pushing all the right buttons right now. Everyone's stepping up and making plays like they should be. Everyone's living up to their full potential, and it's really great to see. Not just Keon Keeley, but how about Kelby Collins getting a sack? We didn't talk about him that much, rightfully so, because he hadn't done anything. But look at him. He comes up, makes a big play, gets a sack. And then, obviously we mentioned Keon Keeley. Deontay Lawson got a sack, I believe. Yonze Pierre's coming into his own, being one of the best pass rushers in the SEC. And it's just really fun to see and fun to watch this defense do their thing right now.
Absolutely. Justin Jefferson, Deontay Lawson, Yonze with a half sack, Keon with 1, London Simmons with the half sack, sharing it with Yonze, and then Kelby Collins. There's your 5. And yeah, Ollie Woods. Mason did actually leave the country because his take was so bad.
Sure did. Got the heck out of Dodge.
So we'll see. We'll catch him next week to hold him over the fire and see if he'll pick Alabama over Indiana. I don't know what I'm going to pick there yet. I haven't really watched a lot of Indiana. I'm going to put them on tape pretty much today and figure out if I think they're actually good or not, Dax. I do think they're good, just perception-wise.
I think they're well-balanced.
I think that they are a team that's extremely well coached. Like my initial take is that they're a team that's extremely well coached. They're a team that knows who they are and
Similar
does that. Yeah, similar to Georgia,
sense, but without the 5-star talent.
Exactly. I think Alabama, if you put them on tape, he said, just kidding. We love Mason. Yes, we do. Yes, we do, Ollie.
We love Big Mace.
Absolutely.
No matter how bad your takes can be.
I think that Alabama, just on paper, is a more talented team than Indiana. But my perception right now is that Indiana might be better coached than Alabama.
I think they play better complementary team football.
Or yes, exactly. I think they know themselves better and play to their strengths.
They know who they are and how to beat teams.
Right. But we'll find out. We'll get more a deeper take on Indiana as the week continues. We're going to go over to the Malmore Athletic Facility to hear from the head coach, Kalen DeBoer. He's going to announce I'm going to Michigan, right? That's the.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
he's going to say that.
I'm leaving right before the Rose Bowl to go to Michigan. The Wolverines.
He's got to address those rumors.
No,
every day.
Yeah, it's
every
so ridiculous. So ridiculous. I
wonder if that frustrates him.
Like if I'm not being clear, I'm being sarcastic. Yeah.
Oh, I know. I am too.
Yeah.
But I just wonder if that just pisses him off that he has to come up here and say that every day, it seems like.
Nuts. So we'll go see what he has to say, and we'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Make sure you can call the voicemail line. Mason texted me in the middle of the show. He said, I forgot to leave a voicemail because I asked him to leave one, win or lose. I said,
right, sure.
And he said, I'll leave one for tomorrow, for Tuesday's show.
You better.
So we'll see if he does call, give his take for Tuesday's show, and we'll be talking to Theo Fernandez tomorrow. He'll be joining me. He's been on Christmas vacation, but I
don't hide, Mason.
Brought him off of a Christmas vacation. And we'll have this Christmas week rolling for the rest of the week. This is the Joe Gaither Show. Tell a friend about the show. Subscribe, rate, and review on the podcast centers. Join us on the BamaCentral YouTube channel. You can see all the behind-the-scenes coverage of our road game activities and more. We appreciate Derek Daniel State Farm Insurance. And we appreciate Purple Turtle Roofing for sponsoring the program. Call Purple Turtle Roofing at 877-787-6635. And we will talk to you on Tuesday right here on the Joe Gaither Show on BamaCentral, BamaCentral.com.